Some of the NBA's biggest stars are currently going through terrible nightmares. The 36-year-old Russell Westbrook, who went from MVP to team hopper, is currently on his sixth squad in 6 years and is still competing for a ring. Ben Simmons, once thought to be a future franchise cornerstone, the $177 million question mark is still unsure of itself. Joel Embiid, the current MVP, only appeared in 19 games this season as Philly's hopes were dashed by injuries. Paul George's Philadelphia debut was a complete bust. Jimmy Butler appears to have lost his fire. Additionally, Rudy Gobert, who is still a defensive anchor, doesn't seem like a good fit for a team that sacrificed everything to acquire him. These are major career turning points, not just difficult times. If you enjoy authentic NBA stories like this, please remember to subscribe. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's resume speaks for itself. 7-time All-Star, MVP in 2023, and multiple All-NBA and All-Defensive nods. But somehow, it still feels like we've never truly seen the best version of him for long enough. The 2024-25 season classic Embiid story. He was dominant when he played, but knee issues kept him to just 19 games. Philly's title hopes vanished fast. The worst part is that it wasn't just bad luck, it was also terrible timing. The year was supposed to be this one. Maxey and Paul George were at his side, and the Sixers had a chance at last. Instead, injuries dragged them right into irrelevance. What's worse, things got tense between Embiid and the front office. The team wanted him to push through the pain. Embiid thought surgery was the smarter move. Even after surgery in April, he's still not back. With a $193 million extension kicking in soon, Philly has every reason to be nervous. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's situation with the Mavericks? It's tough to watch. Just when it finally felt like he'd found the perfect fit next to Luka Doncic, a torn ACL hit, leaving him stuck on the sidelines. The timing couldn't have been worse. Dallas had just shocked everyone by trading Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, handing Kyrie the keys as their main guy. This was supposed to be his moment to prove he could lead a team on his own. Now, he's rehabbing while Dallas tries to piece things together without their star guard. Meanwhile, his 3-year, $119 million extension is kicking in while he's recovering. At 33, with limited prime years left, it's tough seeing him lose a season to rehab instead of chasing a ring. It feels like wasted elite talent. Paul George. When Paul George signed that massive 4-year, $212 million deal with Philly, it felt like the Sixers had finally landed their missing piece. But wow, things unraveled fast. George's debut season in Philadelphia was flat out brutal. He played just 41 games, battled through injuries, and posted the worst stats of his career. Just 16.2 points a night. That's a 7-point drop from what he gave the Clippers. And yeah, sure, he's 35. But no one expected this big of a fall-off. To make things worse, George needed arthroscopic knee surgery in the off-season, on the same knee that gave him problems all year. Now, with that knee still in question, the Sixers are stuck paying him $54 million per year for the next 4 seasons. That contract could age very badly. For a team that finally went all in, Philly's bet on George is starting to look like a nightmare scenario. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's 2024-25 season has been odd. After the Heat flamed out early in last year's playoffs, everyone figured Jimmy would come back fired up, but that bounce back hasn't shown up. He's averaging 17.5 points, 5.4 boards, and 5.4 assists on 47.8% shooting. Solid? Sure. But for Jimmy buckets, it's underwhelming. The real issue is the timing. Jimmy's built his name on showing up in big moments, and this season, that killer instinct just hasn't been there. Some nights his shot is off. In other words, the energy isn't there on defense. And when your team leader doesn't bring it, everyone feels it. The Heat are 6-7 right now, way below where they should be. Then there's the contract drama. Jimmy's got a $53 million player option next year and hasn't committed to staying. Trade rumors, especially to Golden State, are picking up. The vibes are off, the results aren't there, and no one knows what's next. Ja Morant. Ja Morant was supposed to come back this season and instantly remind us why he's one of the league's most exciting players, but that spark just hasn't been there. After missing time last year with injuries, fans were expecting fireworks. Instead, Ja looks more careful, almost like he's trying not to break anything, but it doesn't feel like he's owning games the way he used to. The explosiveness, the takeovers, they've been missing. His shooting is rough. Just 25.8% from 3 and 55.5% true shooting overall. He's trying to be more of a facilitator, but sometimes it looks like he's just holding back. Meanwhile, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bane have stepped up, making Ja feel less like the centerpiece. Right now, Ja looks stuck between two versions of himself, and it's hurting his team. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard might be the biggest, if only, story in the NBA right now. Since landing with the Clippers back in 2019, he's been like a ghost, dropping those crazy performances one night and then disappearing the next with another injury. Just look at the numbers. Kawhi's played in only 56% of Clippers games since signing, and every single postseason feels like deja vu. Kawhi either limps through games or sits out completely while the Clippers' title dreams slip away. This past season gave Clippers fans a tiny bit of hope. Kawhi stayed on the court for 9 straight games heading into the playoffs, and the Clippers looked scary with him at full speed. But even then, they couldn't get past the first round, falling to Denver in 7. Here's the thing, when Kawhi plays, he still looks like one of the best in the world. It's not about skill, it's about whether his body will let him play. And at 33, every game feels like it might be his last dance. Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is quietly stuck in one of the weirdest spots of his career right now. Stat-wise, the 2024-25 season looks solid. He's averaging 10.9 points, 10.4 boards, almost 2 assists, and shooting 63%. But have you watched the Timberwolves? Yeah, it's not adding up. Minnesota's, which isn't terrible, but not where they thought they'd be, especially after trading away Karl-Anthony Towns and bringing in Julius Randle. That move has made Gobert's role even more clunky. He's still locking down the paint on defense, but offensively, he's just kind of there. This is Anthony Edwards' team now. He's carrying the offense, Randle needs touches, and Gobert is just setting screens and catching lobs. No post moves, no spacing, nothing creative. And remember, the Wolves gave up a ton to get him. Picks, players, everything. That trade still haunts them. Because right now, Rudy isn't looking like the star they paid for. Right now, some of the biggest names in the NBA are stuck in situations they never expected to be in. Joel Embiid's body just won't cooperate. Despite being an MVP talent, his health keeps holding him back. And Rudy Gobert, still elite defensively, is slowly fading into the background of a team that once traded everything for him. These aren't just cold streaks, they're crossroads. So, who do you believe can turn things around first? Drop your pick in the comments. And if you love NBA stories like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a breakdown.